Hi, today I will show you how to run Taiko test with multi-sites. I mean, how to run test on more than one website. So I prepared last time the AWS website, and today I will show you that also I have a test for Argo CD. I really recommend watching my previous tutorial about setting this environment, because without this step you will not be able to proceed. And let's switch to browser and I will show you the tutorial. So basically this tutorial is written for you. So we have prerequisites and we have Proxmox with 3 VMs. So we have 3 machines actually. One with Jenkins, one with GitLab, and one with Docker. We need to have a basic knowledge of Jenkins, GitLab, Docker, Taiko, and Gauge, and environment variables set up for credential management, etc. etc. So you need to create a Taiko test script, and I created it, and AWS JS file with functions for testing AWS website, and the second one for Argo CD. So it contains functions, and inside of it you see texts, and use Argo CD credentials, and here use AWS credentials. Why? Because we need to have unique texts in the functions, right, to make it work. We have also a common script that contains common actions, and it will be much bigger because this one is not up to date, and I'm going to update it in a moment. So I will then go to the test here and common.js, and I will copy the content of this of the whole command functions, and I will paste it into my actually tutorial, just because it is not up to date still, because I'm just in the middle of the whole process. And now I updated it, and I will go back here and I will refresh this website here, and now you should see the common website is up to date now. Okay, the common script is updated, and basically this is it. And what you need to do, you need to have these commands with functions, and those files with JavaScript, and also we need a specification file specs extension that exactly you can see they are different. Navigate to the AWS login page and navigate to the Argo CD login page. So this is the difference. And at the end we have our Jenkins pipeline, and I modified a little bit because I get rid of environmental variables from here, from environment section, and I did only this one. I left this as it was, and now below you have something like ID mapping, Argo CD AWX, and you have a very simple script Jenkins file that is working like that. You define AWX username and password for AWX and Argo CD. But I went far and I added more here. So you can see if I will click on Jenkins file, it's much bigger. So all of it is here. So I will just copy it, by the way, to my tutorial to have files that are up to date. Thanks this, you will receive exactly the same environment, the same configuration as I have, and you will be able to work with this. Okay, and now I will also show you that this is working. Okay, let's refresh, and you can see, by the way, it's refreshed. Now it contains all those entries here. Excellent. So it is able to work the way that is able to pick up login and password from Jenkins. Exactly. here, if you will go to manage Jenkins, and then you will log in into the Jenkins section. So I will go here in a moment and I will log in into it. You will see that there is a section credentials, and in this section we have our credentials. Actually, we have our secrets because they are added as secrets, and we have our logins and passwords. So this step is able to pick up the login and password, and login and password are loaded into environment variable, and thanks this we can then use it here, username ID, like that. You can see username ID is everywhere, but then variable username, and here and password ID and variable password. So this small username and small password actually goes where? It goes to the test into the common.js file, no, into the exact Argo CD here, and into the AWS.js file. So it has to be done this way just because for AWS and for Argo CD the password is different, but I'm using the same environment variable. So basically, yeah, I have a description for this. And okay, so now the question is how everything is working. And I would like to show you one more thing. If we will go to the specs, we have this here. So you can see exact phrase from specs are looking for exact phrases inside the test directory, inside JavaScript files. And for convenience and for, you know, this is a good practice that we have a common JS that contains common functions, and we have a separate JavaScript files with functions for a separate tests. Thanks this, if one test is working and the other is not, then you know that okay, in basically fine, common are okay, and there's a problem with a function inside a specific JavaScript file for a specific test, for this exact test. So this is the way we can work more efficient and quicker, just because usually if you will divide it this way, you have less text, less functions to review, to check, and to fix the problem quickly. Yeah, so this is the way we usually work. That's it. And how it behaves? Well, it is working the way that it is looking for a welcome to AWS, for example. So I will try to open this website. So it's looking this text, then it's trying to log in using username and password, and after that, when we will go back, it is looking for just text dashboard after the login. So it log in, it opens the dashboard, and in the dashboard there's a text dashboard. It is looking for this text. If this text exists, then the login process is successful. And the same thing is working for the Argo CD, and I will show you this. So it is looking for a text, let's get stuff deployed, and I will show you Argo CD. So it is looking for this text, and after that, when it will log in, then it is looking for text applications inside of the dashboard, and this text exists there, so the login process will be successful. And now I will just go to Jenkins, go to dashboard, and I will just click on my Taiko test, Taiko job, actually built with parameters. So I will choose Argo CD admin and Argo CD. How it is done, how it is achieved, this is quite easy. If you will go to the AWS Taiko, and here you will open the Jenkins file. So this section is defined here in parameters. So we have a choose server, username, and the specs file. By the way, I'm going to get rid of this because this one is not you know, working anymore. I was testing it in the beginning, so I would like to get rid of the username. So I will get rid of this permanently. like that. I will comment my changes, and by the way, I will update also on my website this. I will get rid of this value. So I will rerun the test now, and here we go. And I will build this one for Argo CD, and it will do the job. Yes, it's building now, and then I will go to the next one. You can see it is gone. So now I can choose the AWX and AWX spec file, and I will build it. So now it is waiting for this first test, and now I can click this here and console output to see is it working. So it's building the container. Now it should work. It should run the test. You can see test Argo CD spec is opening it. Now it's logging to Argo CD, so you can see it's passed, and it should success at the end. It should do the job. So this is basically the way it works. And now if you will click on Taiko here, for example, you should see basically the second test is working immediately after the first one is finished. So it's working here, and the console output, it's working there. It's pretty fast. It's testing very basic steps, so we are not surprised that it is running fast, because if there will be more options to test, it will take more time. And yes, but this is the automation, so you schedule your jobs and you don't have to worry about anything else. And at the end there is an option. If you will click on Taiko, we have numbers, right? So now it keeps 1 2 3 4 5. Why it keeps only 5 tests here? Just because what I did here in this Jenkins file, numbers to keep 5, but you can keep more. It depends on your needs. Of course, you can modify it properly. I recommend keeping not much test here, because you fill the space on the Jenkins. Why? Because each test contains something like a tarball. It's not very big. You can see it's almost 4.35 megabytes here, and this is the number 2827. So the size is almost the same for 27 and 28. It's the same size. So but yeah, if you have a lot of files, then the space on the Jenkins will be consumed. And if you have thousands of tests, thousands of jobs, and each of it is generating some kind of report into a zip tarball or something else, into an archive, and they are located on the Jenkins. Of course, you can modify the way that results, compressed results, will be saved not directly on Jenkins server as an artifact, but instead they will be copied to Samba share, NFS share, something like this. And so you will not keep files here. But anyway, you can for each test you can click the number, and you can click the link with tar, and it will be downloaded to the download directory. And now if I will switch here, you can see I'm using this one here, so I will click and I will choose extract all, and now I will extract all the files, and they will be visible here. So if I will click here and here and here and here, and then on the reports, and then HTML report, and I will click this here, it should open the website, you can see, and we have a green. So we can click on this one exactly. We can see AWX navigate to the AWX login page, and so traces pick it up from the spec file, exactly from this one. Here we go for AWX. So exactly these traces accept the AWX login page is loaded. Okay, accept the AWX login page is loaded. The Taiko is picking up this trace and looking for the exact function with the same trace. So exactly in the test directory it will look for in this case here. I mean, it will look for in every single JavaScript located in this directory, but yeah, it's looking the exact phrase that is unique, and it is able to find it, so it will execute the function. This is the way it works. So for the same result, we can check for the Argo CD. So it will be 27, and if I will click it here, it will be saved. And now you can see it is saved. And now I will go back to downloads like that. And this is this one says 1304, 1305. So I will extract this one. And here we go. So I need to extract it, and I need this one because 1305 is extracted, so I will extract the one that was running earlier. And yeah, okay, this one is extracted now, 1304. So if we will open this one and reports and HTML report, and open this index file, and should open the and you can see Argo CD also is successful, and it is working like a charm. By the way, there is something like logs. So if we will go back to reports, no, here to Taiko, and we have a logs directory here, and if we will open the gouge, you should see something like open with maybe I will use a notepad, and you should see something like this, and I will show you this. Here we go, like that. You can see on the screen. So it tells you what exactly happened. Created gouge screenshot, plugin JS is already installed, downloading screenshot, validation completed, navigate. So you can see how it is done. I mean 1104, 1104, 04, 04, and you can see 40, 994, 87, 56. You can see the timestamp every time. So it did exactly timestamp. Started blah blah blah, starting HTML report plugin, and now you can see initializing suite data store, Argo login CD test, login to Argo CD, navigate to Argo CD login page, assert use Argo CD credential, and this transforms successfully generated report, and you can see the time and the result. So basically this is working this way. And now I will go back to this website. So I will update also the tutorial, that it will contain all of it. However, you can see it's working like a charm. There's no problem at all, and we have a nice sun, no recent builds failed, so good result. And now I have my articles on my website, so this is a good thing to start. So we have a lot of them. So basically I recommend to first of all watch all those about Jenkins, right? Then look for the option with Taiko gouge node, and we have 7 lessons here. So watch it, because without this that you will not be able to build your environment, learn how Taiko is working, how gouge is working, how all those things are working together, and this is the final result that I'm presenting today. So you can see that we can test multiple websites. So basically you need to create a spec file, JavaScript file for this specific test, and that's it, and it will work. And of course take care about the proper Jenkins file configuration that will contain the entry for the website. So thanks to you will be able to run it this way. So if you will create a job and build with parameters, you will be able to pick up the server from this drop-down list and a proper specification test for this thing. And basically why we have this drop-down list here, and someone, oh, can we automate it? If you will pick up a server, it will pick up automatically the specified. No, just because you can test a lot of things. You can create a lot of separate tests for only a one specific website, one specific application. For example, you want to test some kind of I don't know, a login, and then you want to test something else like a hardware, etc., etc. So after that, when you will do this, it is good to create a separate test files, specification files for a separate part of an application, of a website, of a front end, and because of that, we rather divide to small parts our specifications and create them, you know, slowly, step by step, than building one huge, because it's easier to maintain a code for a small part, find a bug in a smaller part of a code, etc., etc. So this is the good approach. I hope you enjoyed this video. So thank you very much. Have a nice day or night. Take care. Bye bye.